What if I told you that the paycheck you rely on might actually be the very thing keeping you broke? It sounds crazy, right? You work hard, you show up every day, you earn your money, yet somehow at the end of the month it feels like you're stuck in the same place. No real progress, no real freedom, just an endless cycle of earning and spending. Here's the truth most people never realize: a paycheck is not wealth, it's survival, and if you don't learn how to break out of that cycle, you could spend your entire life working for money instead of having money work for you. But what if you could change that? What if you could escape the trap, take control, and start building real lasting wealth without burning out or sacrificing everything you love? In this video, you're going to discover powerful lessons inspired by Tony Robbins that can completely shift how you think about money, income, and freedom. These are not theories, they are principles used by the top 1%. Stay with me until the end, because one of these lessons could completely transform your financial future. Lesson 1. Income alone will never make you wealthy. The great financial paradox of the modern era is the high-income earner who lives paycheck to paycheck. We are conditioned by society to equate a prestigious job title and a six-figure salary with making it. Yet a salary is merely a cash flow, not a store of value. You could earn $500,000 a year, but if your lifestyle requires $501,000 to maintain, you are statistically poorer than the person earning $50,000 who saves $5,000. Wealth is the residual silence left over after the noise of your spending has faded. It is the accumulation of assets that remain in your possession when the work stops. Until you understand that income is the fuel and not the destination, you will remain on a treadmill that moves faster the harder you run. This phenomenon is widely known as lifestyle creep or Parkinson's law, which suggests that expenses rise to meet income. When you receive a raise, the immediate psychological impulse is to upgrade: a better car, a larger home, more frequent travel. This creates a golden handcuff scenario where your increased earning power is immediately neutralized by increased liabilities. To combat this, you must treat your wealth building as a fixed expense that is prioritized before any luxury. The gap, the space between your earning line and your spending line, is the only territory where true freedom is won. If that gap does not widen as your income increases, you are simply a more expensive version of your former broke self. Consider the mathematical reality of inflation and taxation. A high income is often subject to the highest tax brackets, meaning a significant portion of your effort is redirected before it even hits your bank account. If the remaining funds are then spent on depreciating assets like luxury vehicles or designer clothes, you are effectively working for the government and the retail industry rather than yourself. Wealthy individuals view money as seed corn. They understand that eating the seed provides temporary satisfaction, but planting the seed provides a perpetual harvest. By keeping your cost of living stable while your income scales, you create a surplus of seeds that can be deployed into the market to work on your behalf. The shift from a high-income mindset to a high-net-worth mindset requires a fundamental redefinition of success. Success is not the ability to buy, it is the ability to sustain. It is the peace of mind that comes from knowing your lifestyle is not dependent on your next performance review or a client's whim. To achieve this, you must become the CFO of your own life, tracking your net worth with more vigor than you track your gross pay. When you prioritize the keep over the make, you transition from a consumer to a capitalist, finally breaking the cycle of dependency that plagues even the highest earners in our society. Lesson 2. Stop trading time for money. The fundamental limitation of human existence is that time is a non-renewable resource. Every individual, from the janitor to the neurosurgeon, is granted the same 24 hours. If your primary method of wealth generation is selling those hours for a fixed rate, you have placed a hard ceiling on your potential. This is the linear income trap. In this model, if you stop moving, the money stops flowing. It creates a precarious existence where your physical presence is the only thing standing between you and financial ruin. To achieve true scale, you must disconnect your earning capacity from the clock, moving toward asymmetric returns where a single unit of effort can produce multiple units of income. The wealthy focus on building money machines, systems that operate independently of their physical labor. This might take the form of a business that utilizes employee leverage, software that solves problems while the creator sleeps, or intellectual property that earns royalties. In the digital age, the barriers to creating these systems have collapsed. You can write a book once and sell it 1,000 times. You can record a course once and distribute it globally. This is the shift from being a worker to becoming an architect. Architects design the structure. They do not necessarily lay every brick. By focusing on scalability, you ensure that your income can grow exponentially even while your time commitment remains constant or even decreases. Leverage is the force multiplier of the financial world. There are 4 main types of leverage: labor, hiring people; capital, using money to make money; code, software and algorithms; and media, content and broadcasting. While labor and capital are permissioned, leverage requiring someone to say yes to you, code and media are permissionless. Anyone with a laptop can begin building assets that work 24/7. When you stop trading time for money, you begin to value your time at its true worth. You stop asking how much can I earn per hour, and start asking what asset can I build today that will pay me for years. Ultimately, the goal is to buy back your time. Money is simply the tool we use to gain agency over our days. If you are a high-paid consultant who works 80 hours a week, you may have a high net worth, but you are time poor. True wealth is the ability to wake up and ask, what do I want to do today, rather than what do I have to do today. This level of freedom is only possible when you transition from active participation to strategic ownership. By diverting your active income into the creation or acquisition of passive assets, you gradually replace your work hours with asset hours, eventually reaching a tipping point where your portfolio out-earns your profession. Lesson 3. Master your financial psychology. Finance is rarely a math problem. It is almost always a behavior problem. Most people know they should save more and spend less, yet they find themselves unable to do so. This is because our financial decisions are driven by the limbic system, the primal part of the brain that seeks immediate safety, social status, and instant gratification. To master your money, you must first master the hardware of your mind. You have to recognize that your relationship with money is likely shaped by scripts inherited from your upbringing or cultural environment. Until you make these subconscious beliefs conscious, they will direct your life and you will call it fate. One of the most destructive psychological hurdles is the social comparison trap. In an era of social media, we are constantly bombarded by the curated highlights of others' consumption. This triggers a competitive biological response to keep up, leading to impulsive spending on things we don't need to impress people we don't like. Mastering your psychology means developing an internal scorecard. It means finding more satisfaction in the security of a growing brokerage account than in the fleeting hit of dopamine from a new purchase. It requires the discipline to be invisible rich, possessing great wealth without the external markers that invite envy or tax your capital. Delayed gratification is the ultimate superpower in wealth building. The ability to resist a small reward now for a much larger reward later is the single greatest predictor of financial success. This is not about deprivation, it is about prioritization. It is the understanding that every dollar spent today on a whim is a dollar that cannot compound for your future. When you view money through the lens of opportunity cost, your psychology shifts. You no longer see a $100 dinner as just $100, you see it as the $2,000 it could have become if invested for 30 years. This shift in perspective makes discipline feel less like a chore and more like a strategic advantage. Finally, you must manage your relationship with risk and fear. Many people stay poor because they are terrified of losing the little they have, so they never take the calculated risks necessary to grow. Conversely, others lose everything because of greed and the get-rich-quick fallacies. A mastered financial psychology is one that is balanced. It is aggressive in its goals but conservative in its risk management. It values consistency over intensity. It understands that wealth is a marathon, not a sprint, and that the biggest threat to your success is not the stock market's volatility but your own reaction to it during a moment of panic. Lesson 4. Make investing non-negotiable. The greatest thief of wealth is not the taxman or a bad market. It is the silent, invisible force of inflation. If you leave your money in a standard savings account, you are guaranteed to lose purchasing power every single year. Saving is a defensive strategy, but investing is an offensive one. You cannot simply save your way to retirement in a world where the cost of living doubles every few decades. Investing is the process of putting your money to work so that it maintains and increases its value over time. It is a non-negotiable requirement for anyone who wishes to achieve financial independence. The magic of investing lies in the principle of compound interest, which Albert Einstein famously called the eighth wonder of the world. Compounding is the process where your earnings begin to earn their own earnings. In the beginning, the progress is slow and almost imperceptible. However, as the years pass, the curve turns upward sharply. The most important variable in this equation is not the amount of money you start with, or even the rate of return, it is time. By making investing non-negotiable and starting as early as possible, you allow the snowball effect to do the heavy lifting for you. A person who starts investing at 20 needs to contribute far less than someone starting at 40 to reach the same goal. Many people avoid investing because they believe they need to be experts or wait for the perfect time. This is a fallacy. The perfect time is always today. Market timing is a loser's game. Time in the market is what matters. Whether you choose low-cost index funds, real estate, or individual equities, the key is to automate the process. By setting up automatic contributions, you remove the element of human error and emotion. You buy when the market is high and you buy even more when the market is low. Dollar cost averaging. This consistency ensures that you are building your positions regardless of the news cycle or the economic climate. Furthermore, investing is about diversification and risk management. You should never put all your eggs in one basket, but you must make sure you have eggs in the game. Real wealth is built by owning pieces of productive assets. When you buy a stock, you own a piece of a company's future profits. When you buy real estate, you own a finite piece of the earth that provides utility. These assets have intrinsic value that grows over time. By committing to a non-negotiable investment plan, you are essentially building a wall of financial protection around your life, one that will eventually provide enough shade for you to sit under for the rest of your days. Lesson 5. Build multiple streams of income. In the modern economy, relying on a single source of income is the financial equivalent of standing on a one-legged stool. It is inherently unstable. No matter how secure your job feels, you are always one corporate restructuring, one technological disruption, or one health crisis away from zero. The wealthy understand that redundancy is a virtue. By building multiple streams of income, you create a safety net that allows you to take more risks and weather any storm. If one stream dries up, the others continue to flow, providing you with the stability needed to pivot and rebuild. There are three primary categories of income: earned, your job; passive, investment/rental income; and portfolio, dividend/capital gains. The goal is to gradually move your dependence away from earned income and toward the other two. However, you can also diversify within those categories. A side hustle or a small service business can provide an extra $500 a month, which might not seem like much, but that $500 can be the fuel for your investments. When you have multiple streams, you aren't just gaining more money, you are gaining negotiating power in your primary career because you no longer need the job to survive. Building multiple streams does not mean you have to be busy 24/7. It means being strategic with your output. You should look for synergistic income streams that complement each other. For example, if you are an expert in a field, you can have your primary salary, but you can also consult, write a newsletter, or create a digital product based on that same expertise. This allows you to monetize the same knowledge base in multiple ways. Digital assets are particularly powerful because they have near zero marginal costs of reproduction. Once created, they can provide a steady trickle of income with very little maintenance. Starting small is the key to overcoming the paralysis of choice. You don't need to launch a multinational corporation tomorrow. You can start by investing in a high-yield dividend stock, renting out a room, or selling a digital template online. Each new stream, no matter how small, adds a layer of security and accelerates your wealth velocity. As these streams grow, they begin to feed each other. The income from your side business goes into your brokerage account, which increases your dividend income, which provides more capital to start another venture. This flywheel effect is how small fortunes become massive legacies. In a world of uncertainty, the only true security is a diversified income. Escaping the paycheck trap isn't about luck. It's about awareness and action. The system most people follow was never designed to make them wealthy. It was designed to keep them working. But now you see it differently. You understand that income alone isn't the goal, freedom is. Real wealth is built when you stop living on autopilot and start making intentional decisions. When you control your spending, invest consistently, and build income streams that don't depend on your time, everything changes. You move from surviving to thriving, from stress to control. The journey won't happen overnight. There will be challenges, doubts, and moments where it feels easier to go back to old habits. But every step you take toward financial independence compounds, just like your investments. So the question is, will you stay stuck in the cycle, or will you take control and build the life you truly want? Your future is not determined by your paycheck, it's determined by your choices. Start today. Because the sooner you act, the sooner you break free.